my name's Phoenix and this is a new section on TU Extra where we bring people of combat sport athletes and just see what they do really and how they are. And my first guest is Courtney Gardiner over here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Courtney Gardiner. I'm 19 years old. I am currently a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, and I also do MMA on the side.
So Courtney, explain to us when you first got into doing Jiu-Jitsu, what age, how you got about doing it.
So I first started Jiu-Jitsu when I was like 13, and so before that I did Muay Thai, and I'd done Muay Thai for years. I started when I was like 5, had a little bit of a gap, and then my dad was like, "Oh, you should try grappling," because he had like friends that did it, and my dad's just in MMA. So at first I didn't want to try it. I was like, "Oh, it's like karate," because obviously you wear a gi, and then eventually we tried it, and I fell in love with it, and I've not stopped training since.
So how long have you been training Jiu-Jitsu roughly?
5 or 6 years.
And have you trained
5
under the
years.
same person the whole time, or?
Yeah, so the whole time I've been training, I've trained under Jamie Taylor, under Stealth Teesside. I've recently just come back from Abu Dhabi though, where I was working over there doing jiu-jitsu, teaching and doing personal training.
Sounds pretty fun. So we'll go back and talk about Stealth for a minute. So how is it over at the gym in Stealth? Because I heard it's quite a decent gym full of competitors.
Yeah, we've got a lot of competitors in there at the minute. The vibe in the gym's really good. We've not long since just opened a new gym 2 years ago. So the facility's really good. We've got a massive mat space along with the gym equipment. Everyone's really friendly. Everyone's also very competitive. We've got some very strong people in there, so there's a good range of people. There's quite a few women that we're building up there as well, as of recent. And you've got small people, tall people, people like from every sort of background. So it's good to be able to roll with loads of different people.
So in your time at Stealth, how many times have you like competed, and how's like the competition going for you? Because like I know you're quite a highly touted athlete.
I don't know how many times I've competed. I've competed a lot. I compete most weekends, I would like to say. Well, I say most weekends. I was supposed to have my World Championships to do in Abu Dhabi, but obviously I've moved home. I've competed a fair few times. I don't have an actual number. But my most recent competition was the UAE National Championships, where I won the UAE National Championship.
So quite a big...
a big title.
Big title. So, like, going forward, so what is it about the aspect of competition that you enjoy from, like, jiu-jitsu compared to, like, maybe other sports that you've tried and not really competed in per se?
I don't think it is competing, but it's just an addictive sport. I'm always trying to fill in places in my game. So like, for example, stand-up. If my stand-up isn't as good, then I know it's where I need to focus, and then so I'll go away, I'll train stand-up, I'll hammer it, and then my next competition that I come to, I'll see how my stand-up works, and then if it doesn't work, I know where I need to work on. So there's always something you can improve on.
So we'll talk about your time in Dubai. How did that all like kind of come about? Because a girl from like Middlesbrough, the North East, pretty hard to get connections in Dubai, I guess.
Yeah. So my grandparents live over there. So I've been over there a fair few times on holiday, and I trained over there before while I'd been on holiday. So I had had a few connections, and then I got offered the job doing personal training, jiu-jitsu, and kickboxing. So yeah, I took the job and then trained every day, like 3 times a day. Yeah, it was good, and it wasn't just the aspect of it, it was being able to teach people as well. I love the fact that I can share my knowledge with other people.
So I've heard you've got a nickname going about as the Brush. Could you speak to us about how you got the nickname of the Brush?
Yeah, so how old was I? I think I was like 15, and I did a competition. And in this competition, I got a lot of sweeps. And for people that don't know what sweep is where you like put someone on the back and then get on top. So I got like a lot of sweeps in this competition, like a fair few. So then I got a meme made about me, and then from then on I've just been called the Brush.
The Brush. So is there much coming up for Courtney in like the future? Have you got any like big plans, or are you just taking it like as it comes per se?
I've got some things in plan at the minute. Next year I'm going to try and really rack up the competition. Really trying to work towards my purple belt. I mean, I know I'm a long way off it at the minute. I've not long since got my blue belt, like a year and a half ago. But I'm really trying to push myself. Want to get up there, and I don't want to rush my career. So I'm competing on Saturday in Stoke in a 16-woman tournament. So hopefully that'll go well. That's under 70 kilos. And I'm weighing at like 62 at the minute. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'm always up for a challenge. Weight doesn't really matter to me when I fight. I mean, I fight big men every day.
Yeah. So is that tournament, you said it's 16 women, is it everyone competing on one night, then you crown the winner on the same night?
Yeah, so the tournament will partake through the day and then the finals on the night.
So it's going to be no really rest and recovery?
Yeah, no rest for the wicked. That's no-gi as well. And then I've got Grapple Fest Contender Series. For those of people that know what Grapple Fest is, know how big that is. So that'll be good. I think that's like, I'm not sure how many people are in the bracket for that, but the final then competes on Grapple Fest. So I'm really trying to train for that, but that's under 60 kilos. So we'll see how that goes, because I'm going to have to cut weight for that. And then I'm looking to do IBJJF gi in, I think it's January, Euros. So, and then I've got a sub-only on Clash Grappling in February.
So when you're training and getting into the sport, is there anyone that, it could be from the gym, quite like famous, is there anyone that's kind of like inspired you to keep like pushing on and keep going forward? Yeah,
I've had a lot of people push me and inspire me. Jamie being my main inspiration, and he's always pushing me. So Jamie, and then there's a lot of people in the gym that inspire me. Everyone that I train with helps me in some way. My sponsors, like, they help me achieve what's possible. And my biggest inspiration is probably Fionn Davies, no-gi and gi world champion. I just think she's amazing, and she is also the first British person that's won the ADCC, so I think that's pretty cool. And Will inspires me every day. He pushes me hard, so yeah.
So before we kind of like wrap this interview up, I was going to say, is there anything you may want to say to young, not just like females, but people in general that may want to get into some sort of sport but don't know how, because you've been in sport in general from a very young age? You said 5, you do Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So like you've kind of been a combat athlete all your life, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to try something new, go for it. There's nothing, it's not going to harm you. But stick it out. There's been plenty of times where I want to like quit and I'm like, oh, I'm not good enough. But definitely sticking it out and pushing yourself to the next level, like pushing yourself to compete. And it's not even just that, it's like having someone to push you. Like I don't think if I didn't have my dad there to push me, like he's been so helpful, such an inspiration. He literally has like followed me up and down the country. The only competition he hasn't been there for is the one in Abu Dhabi, and obviously that's because I was living over there. But yeah, definitely like stick it out and try something new. You don't know what you're going to like until you try it.
Thank you for your time, Courtney. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.